Baptist in the World Series last year, and of course, a very good Auburn Montgomery team.
Yeah, it was stiff competition the first weekend. But that's how the schedule's so hard to work out, and we're going to Montgomery, other teams are down there, and those three teams are excellent. In fact, AUM, who's not ranked in the top 10, but they beat a top 10 team last week 3 times. So we've got to work that out for us. We could come back without a win, basically. But I think we'll play hard, and we're just going to try to learn and get better while we're down there.
The weather here been kind of up and down. You've had some good weekends, I know, to get some work in, but a lot of cold days. How does that affect your preparation with probably with hitters as much as anybody else?
Well, you get tired mentally of staying inside. We've been inside for 2 inter-squad games last weekend, and it was good, and the players were excited. Then we had to go back inside for several days, and that affects your mentality. But we've dealt with that. We try to use the inside work to make us stronger. It gives us a chance to talk about a lot of things where hitters are getting a lot of work. And so I think the hitters are probably okay. All they got to do now is get game perspective of pitches and that type of thing. And we swung the bat very well in air squads last weekend. And our last dry day, I'm not sure when that was, but I think they're going to be okay. It's just we got to get a game feel. We got to get on the field, and look at some game live action. And because we've been practicing inside almost every day, or on the parking lot, or from the outfield, but it's been very tough getting work in.
Right. This weekend with the 4 games, you have an idea who's going to throw in those 4 games?
Yeah, we're going to go down a little bit empty-handed. This is not going to be our normal rotation, but we're going to start out with Clint. He'll start 1 game. Gomez will start 1 game. Jake Collier will start 1 game, and I have just drawn a blank on the other one, but I think the other right-hander Kevin Green. Yeah. But Clint Meadows he'll be out of the chute, I think, on Friday, but we're excited about what he can do. But when we get all our guys back, Lieutenant Kevin Green, and then we get Mark Monroe back in the swing of things, we'll have solid 6 or 7 pretty good pitchers.
Your lineup, I know you've kind of got an idea, but then again, those things can then change once you get to playing, live games.
Well, basically, we knew who was going to be starting even before we started practice. We have about 11 guys will play on a regular basis. After that, our depth is somewhat of a concern, but we know who we're going to start. Our biggest problem right now is it's a good problem, is who we're going to play in center field, because we have 3 center fielders that we're going to play at the one time. So we got to figure out who we're going to play at the corners, and we'll probably change it up quite a bit at the first part of the year and see who's the best fit out there. But we're excited about our outfield. They can really go get the ball, and I think that if our shortstop, second baseman can do a good job defensively, we'll be a pretty good defensive team.
Got to be excited about some guys that you'd had around last year who weren't able to play. Ricky Coleman, I know one of those guys that you got to be excited about. I know Ricky's got to be excited to get back in the competition.
Well, Ricky's really fired up. He's so excited, and Sam's ready to go too. And those 2 guys were big parts for our lineup last year. Then they couldn't play, and that's just like taking a bunch of RBIs and home runs away. But those guys will kind of set our lineup around those 2 guys. And we got of course Brian Hayden the same. We couldn't play last year, and Will Henderson. So we got 4 guys who couldn't play at all last year that I think will help us. And then we got the addition of guys this year that I think will give us a good nucleus. We have some good players, but there's a few players that got to do a lot.
Coach, you come back home and start the home schedule next Tuesday against Union University, and then Thursday night you have your annual auction and dinner. Tell us a little bit about that, and I know you're going to honor Louis.
Yeah, next Tuesday is somewhat in question right now based on the forecast, so we've already talked to the coach about that down there to make plans if we do have to cancel. But next Thursday will be a big night for us. We honor Louis Payton. Of course, he was a big part of our campus for decades and a big part of our program. The guys loved him, and so I thought it was appropriate to just spend some time to honor a guy that's been very special to our program in school. And even Jim McGuire remembers your buddy at Middle that remembers Louis, and Jim was very close with Louis while he was here. So a lot of people like that know Louis, and they'll be excited that we're going to honor him. And then we're going to make some money that night too. So it's a fundraiser plus a chance to honor Louis.
All right, Coach. Good luck this weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thanks, JoJo.
Wow, great chance to catch up with a true legend, Woody Hunt. He is the backbone of a baseball program that has done wonderful things, and looking for more coming up this season. I can't wait, John.
The boys of summer are almost back.
About that time. Speaking of the boys of summer, boys of winter back here as we get ready for second half action.